Right now at 10, the Department of Justice is investigating an officer-involved shooting in Eau Claire. And La Crosse firefighters rescue a person stuck in a vehicle hanging halfway over the Riverside Park levee. Plus, celebrating hard work. The Labor Day parade is back on La Crosse's north side.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Amy DuPont. Ken is off tonight. That officer-involved shooting investigation is now underway by the Department of Justice. Late Sunday night, 2 Eau Claire officers responded to a home on the city's northeast side where a man was reportedly inside and armed with a gun. Officers confronted the man and fired their weapons at him. He was injured and taken to a local hospital. Now, as is policy, the Wisconsin Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation is conducting an outside investigation, and the officers, a 5-year and 2-year veteran of the department, are on administrative leave. Well, take a look at this. La Crosse police and firefighters rescued the driver of a vehicle that ended up halfway over the Riverside Park levee. It happened just after 5 this afternoon. As you can see, a crowd of people surrounded the scene. When our crew was at the park, there was only one person in the SUV, and they were sitting in the driver's seat. And the levee did not appear to be damaged. La Crosse police plan to release more information about the driver and what may have led up to the crash tomorrow. We will, of course, share that information with you when it is made available. Great, beautiful, awesome. All the words to describe this Labor Day Monday. Bill is tracking your forecast. And Bill, wow, we really lucked out this weekend.
Yeah, really a great weekend. All 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and today. Lots of sunshine and pleasant temperatures. Highs today in the 70s, including 77 here in La Crosse, 76 in Eau Claire, 75 in Sparta, and 74 in Viroqua. All right, what you need to know heading back to work tomorrow. Some patchy fog possible late tonight into tomorrow morning. Temperatures warming up through the week. We're going to be well into the 80s by the second half of the week, and it's looking dry this week as well. I think our next rain chance not until Friday night into Saturday. Skies are mostly clear, just some high clouds off to the south and west. Temperature down to 63 in La Crosse, 64 in Eau Claire, some 50s in our traditional cooler spots to the north and east. Clear to partly cloudy overnight. Again, that patchy fog possible late tonight and into early tomorrow. Lows in La Crosse around 59, and back to school cast for tomorrow. Again, watch out for that patchy fog in spots. I don't think everyone's going to see it. Lunchtime temps around 73, afternoon highs in the upper 70s, and the official high in La Crosse could flirt with 80 degrees. We'll talk about that fog chance and also those warmer temperatures with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Bill. President Joe Biden spent his Labor Day on the campaign trail, making a stop in 2 battleground states, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Labor Day marks the final stretch before the November midterm election. During his speech at Milwaukee's Labor Fest, President Biden praised labor union members and the middle class.
The middle class built America. Everybody knows that. But unions built the middle class. That's a fact.
The president also thanked union members for helping him win his first election to the U.S. Senate. Republican candidate for Wisconsin Governor Tim Michels also spent some time at Milwaukee's Labor Fest today. Michels says he welcomes the president to Wisconsin, but he does not agree with President Biden's strategies to reduce inflation.
We always welcome a president of the United States, but if I had the opportunity to talk to him, I would talk to him about inflation and how it's out of control. And the reason we have out of control inflation is because of the excess government spending that's been going on.
Michels says the president's shutdown of the Keystone Pipeline is the reason why gas prices are up. That's not true. According to an Associated Press fact check, the Keystone Pipeline wasn't in use when the project was canceled, and high crude oil prices and high demand drove up gas prices. La Crosse's Labor Day celebration is making a comeback. After a 2-year pandemic break, the city hosted its parade and picnic today. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen takes us there.
At La Crosse's Labor Day parade,
I like parades.
Some came for the candy.
And you'll get lots of candy.
Others showed up for the unity.
It's my 10th year of doing this, but it just represents how hard we've worked for the benefits that we get.
Much of that hard work is done by unions, organizations who Labor Fest goers say have paved the way to today.
Labor is what drives this country. Without labor, nothing gets done, nothing gets made, nothing gets moved.
Labor Day celebrates workers.
Personally, for me, it's important to have this just to recognize everybody's hard work.
It has been 2 years since La Crosse's last Labor Fest. Since then, the workforce has changed.
For years and years, businesses have counted on, let's pay minimum wage. Let's give someone $7.50 an hour. They can't afford a home, they can't afford children, they can't afford a car. Workers are resurging now, and employers have to realize that we're a commodity. We're a valued commodity.
Amid the ongoing worker shortage, these laborers say they won't settle.
People want rights at work, and they want to be treated fairly with respect, and they want to be treated fairly with wages and fairly with their employer.
Ultimately, this Labor Day provided a chance for families to come together, for relatives and the families we choose.
LaborFest was hosted by Western Wisconsin's American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organization. Still ahead, a federal judge grants former President Donald Trump's request. A special master will review the documents taken from his Florida home, even though the Department of Justice says the process is unnecessary.
Inflation, it's everywhere. But with the buy one famous star, get another one for $1 deal at Hardee's,
there's finally some relief.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's national sales event.
Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on a new 2022 Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Next to Market Watch, numbers. Boring. In more delicious news, there's a buy one famous star, get one for $1 deal at Hardee's.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
Former President Donald Trump scored a legal victory. Today, a judge granted the former president's request for a special master and temporarily blocked the Department of Justice from reviewing the documents taken from his Florida home.
A third party will review the material seized by the FBI during last month's search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The ruling by Judge Aileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, blocks the DOJ from using the documents in its investigation until after the so-called special master is done.
They're generally lawyers, but they're not required to be lawyers.
The two sides have until Friday to submit proposed candidates. Cannon wrote that the special master will review the seized property for personal items and documents and potentially privileged material subject to claims of attorney-client and/or executive privilege.
The strongest thing a special master could do if they did find executive privilege would be to say, I have designated these 50 documents as covered by executive privilege, and therefore they should be given to Joe Biden to decide what to do with that privilege. It still doesn't go to Trump.
A DOJ list shows more than 100 documents marked classified were in Trump's possession, as well as 48 empty folders marked classified.
Hello, Pennsylvania.
At a rally over the weekend, the former president claimed the search was an abuse of power.
The FBI and the Justice Department have become vicious monsters.
Meantime, the judge said a separate review to determine potential national security risks is allowed to continue. Matt Piper, CBS News.
The Justice Department argued the appointment is unnecessary because their own filter team already sifted through the documents. Legal experts say the DOJ is likely now focused on who had access to the material and figuring out what was in the empty folders. Well, up next, you gotta use those old gift cards. A new survey shows many people are losing out.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grolin, tracking some fog chances and warmer temperatures on the way as well. My 8-day forecast after the break.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools?
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'll drain classrooms and gut school funding. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Jerry here with Stockman's of Osceola, where we have the area's largest selection of alcoholic beverages. We have seltzers, a large variety of beers, over 100 varieties of wine, cocktail mixes, liquor, and I'll be looking for you even over here by the original beverage, water.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. We go all in on quality, all in on craft. And on the Triple Pep Pizza, we go all in on pepperoni. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with a limited-time Triple Pep Pizza, topped with 3 types of pepperoni for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our communities safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Thank you, La Crosse County, for voting Cordell's Automotive #1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Jerry here with Stockman's of Osceola, where we have the area's largest selection of snacks for all seasons. Popcorn and peanuts, summer sausage, crackers, cookies, and the classics like box chips, where we have all your beverages to wet your whistle.
Did you know Tim Michaels supports allowing teenagers to buy AR-15s with no waiting period?
I throw guns.
Teenagers with assault weapons. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
CityCam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. A new entry door is like a smile on the face of your home. As the only Pro Via Platinum dealer in the area, the Board Store can help you design the door that welcomes you home.
Every year, billions of dollars are spent on gift cards. But as reporter Astrid Martinez explains, a big chunk of that money often goes to waste.
Gift cards are an easy and popular present.
I have teenage granddaughters, and I don't like to shop. So therefore, I use the gift cards.
People like giving them and receiving them, but often don't use all the money. A new survey from Bankrate finds close to half of U.S. adults say they have unused gift cards, vouchers, or store credits.
Sometimes I can't find it.
When it gets real low and I know I can't buy anything, I just throw it away.
I actually have like extra gift cards left over with like $2 and everything.
And typically much more money is left behind. The average American is sitting on $175. That's up from $116 last year.
They represent real money.
Bankrate's Ted Rossman says in many cases, the money is never spent.
About a third of people have either let a gift card expire or lost a gift card. You know, a lot of times people are just their own worst enemy. They hold on to these things too long. The store goes out of business.
There are websites like Raise, Card Cash, and Give Cash that allow you to sell the card and receive anywhere from 70 to 90% of the value in cash. Another option, give the card to someone else, even if there's a small remainder left.
You can even reload a lot of these gift cards. So even if you have one of these weird remainders like $6.23, you could actually load that up in many cases to a more socially acceptable amount and then give that as a gift.
Rossman says when you receive one, it's important to make a plan to spend it because the cards only become a gift when you use them. Astrid Martinez, CBS News, Metuchen, New Jersey.
Meantime, the price of a Sam's Club membership is rising for the first time in 9 years. Entry-level memberships are going to jump from $45 to $50 a year. Premium packages, well, you'll now pay $110. That's an extra $10 a year. To ease people into the increase, for the first year, parent company Walmart will give back the difference in Sam's cash. The price change starts on October 17th. La Crosse received its first visit from the brand new Viking Mississippi cruise ship today. The luxury liner is 450 feet long and 75 feet wide and can carry more than 400 passengers. It left St. Paul, Minnesota on September 3rd and is on its way to St. Louis. The first 15-day cruise from St. Paul all the way down to New Orleans is scheduled to leave on September 17th. What a great day to be down at the park and on one of those cruise ships. Bill, it has been a fabulous holiday weekend.
It really has, and that's difficult to do on these three-day holiday weekends, Memorial Day and Labor Day, to get all three in dry. We had the storms Friday night, but Saturday, Sunday, and Monday was dry. We had plenty of sunshine today. Nice little sunset, just a few high clouds, starting to get some smoke from a lot of wildfires out to the west that could kind of filter across the region over the next couple of days. The one positive of that is we'll get some great colors for the morning sunrise and also the evening sunsets, and that's exactly what was in play earlier this evening. All right, visibility tracker. That's kind of my forecast focus, is the chance for some patchy fog tomorrow morning. Fine overnight, but once we get towards 5 o'clock, maybe some patchy fog over southeastern Minnesota and northeastern Iowa. The thickest fog will be down towards the Dells and Madison, with visibility tracker not seeing a lot of fog in the La Crosse area. But again, some of the river valleys could fill with some fog. But again, the main problem area looks to be down around the Dells, Beaver Dam, and Madison. And then any fog that does develop should quickly mix out by about 9 o'clock or so. Skies are currently clear. Our high today, 77 after a morning low of 57. Not too far off those averages of 79 and 58, and no rainfall across the region today. 63 at the airport, 65 downtown at the station. Wind out of the east-southeast at 7, and the Mississippi rising 5.07 feet. Clear in Eau Claire, 64 degrees for you folks. Winds out of the southeast close to 10, and the Chippewa River falling a little bit, 759.1. Now, it is warmer to the west, and that's the warmer air that's going to gradually make its way eastward. In fact, especially by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we could be in the middle 80s for highs. Now, currently 63 in La Crosse, 64 in Eau Claire, already some low to mid 50s to the north and east, and dew points are comfortable in the 50s, and they should stay on the low side tonight. So relatively low humidity, a good windows open night, unless you're susceptible to nettle, weeds, or mold. Symptoms from those will be high tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday as well. All right, mostly clear across the region right now as high pressure will take its sweet time shifting east, and that's going to keep this cold front at bay until probably Friday or Friday night, and that's when our next rain chance will hold off until. And we are looking dry until then, with again some low clouds, patchy fog tomorrow morning. Otherwise sunny to partly cloudy throughout the day and dry. Then we do it all over again tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Maybe some low clouds and patchy fog. Otherwise lots of sunshine and dry for our Wednesday as well. Temperatures tomorrow a little bit warmer, upper 70s to around 80 degrees in the La Crosse area. Down to the south, generally mid to upper 70s. And as we head back to the north, more of the same, mid to upper 70s for many spots, including Eau Claire and the Chippewa Valley, although like La Crosse, you could flirt with 80 degrees. So for tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Watch out for some patchy fog late tonight, may impact your Tuesday morning commute. For tomorrow, 80, mostly sunny and seasonable once any patchy fog mixes out. And looking ahead, there's those mid 80s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Kind of breezy Thursday as well. Chance of showers Friday night into Saturday, isolated thunder. Cooler for the weekend as well, with highs in the low to mid 70s. Those showers should taper early Sunday, so much of the day looking dry. And then Monday and Tuesday of next week looking dry as well, and pleasant with highs in the mid to upper 70s.
So a lot of people, Bill, after Labor Day say it's fall, right? But Mother Nature is still holding on to it summer.
Yeah, lately I say September is the new August. So we can definitely get warm, and we can definitely get quite a bit of rain yet in September
which we need
as well. So,
yeah. All right. Thank you, Bill.
Okay.
Well, coming up after the break, a border battle is brewing. Coaches are excited and say their players are ready ahead of the great Packers-Viking game. And Brewers, they're trying to start off their week in the win column. Kate is in next with the highlights.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, Jimmy Dean Bacon, only $2.99. And Bolthouse Farms baby cut carrots, only 88 cents. Tuesday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Expand your outdoor living space with our huge selection of landscape blocks from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly with our Design and Buy landscaping program. From patios, retaining walls, fire pits, and more, you can design the landscape of your dreams for free. Visit the store or Menards.com to get started on your next project today. Right now, save 11% on everything. Only at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Nice welcomes you. Nice has your back. Nice laughs at your jokes. Nice goes out of its way just to make sure. At Western National Insurance, nice is more than, well, nice. It's our whole deal. And when you experience it, it's pretty nice. Western National Insurance, the power of nice.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, a 4-pound bag of That Smart Sugar, only $1.48. And Bakery Fresh Donut Holes, only $1.88. Tuesday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Well, Labor Day means high school teams have the day off, but for the major leagues, we have a couple of afternoon games to show. The Brewers entered the week 8.5 games back of the Cardinals in the division and 2.5 games back from the wild card. But they have a chance to gain some ground with the series against Bill Grawl's favorite team, the Colorado Rockies. All right, game 1 of 3 at Coors Field. Now, Brewers in a bit of a jam early, bases loaded for Charlie Blackmon, and he gets a base knock into left field. That scores 2 runs, and the Rockies take an early lead. But here come the Brewers. 4th inning after a Rowdy Tellez double. Andrew McCutchen singles into center field. Tellez rounding third and trying to score, and he's in there safe at home for Milwaukee's first run. And a few batters later, Jace Peterson bloops one out to left field, but that's trouble, and it gets down. McCutchen scores. Now the Brewers trail by just 1. We go to the 6th, and we're all tied up. But with 2 men on, Victor Caratini lifts that one into that thin Colorado air, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Caratini, and the Brewers are starting out the week in the win column, 6-4 over the Rockies. Twins in New York taking on the Yankees. First inning, 1 on for Josh Donaldson, and he gives this one a ride. That's going to go off the wall. 1 run comes in to score, but Donaldson a little slow to second and thrown out, not even close, to the 5th. Twins in need of a run. And in his first game back to the Bronx since being traded, Gary Sanchez sends this one way over the left field wall and into the stands for a 2-run home run. Tie game in the 6th, and this is not the man you want to see at the plate. Aaron Judge to deep left field for his 54th home run of the season, and the Yankees take game 1 of 4. These 2 teams will be back at it tomorrow. The countdown to Packers kickoff is officially less than a week away, and there are still plenty of question marks on that offensive side of the ball. One of those is the offensive line, but during today's practice, David Bakhtiari practiced in 11-on-11 drills and has improved a ton since coming off of that PUP list, but it's still unsure if he'll be out there on Sunday. Also, there's big question marks at the wide receiver position, and many eyes are on Allen Lazard, who's expected to step up and play a big role. But at practice today, Lazard was the only player on that 53-man roster not practicing. Coach LaFleur said he's improving, and they'll see as the week progresses.
We're hoping that our group's prepared, feels like they can go out there, play fast, feel like they can go execute. But we know, there's a good chance that this game's going to come down to the very end. Got a ton of respect for so many players on their roster. Like I said, the coaches, we gotta have a good showing. We got to go out, be prepared, and be ready to roll with a really good team coming in like the Green Bay Packers.
It might be head coach Kevin O'Connell's first Vikings vs. Packers game, but he isn't new to football. He knows the hype around the matchup, and with it being just the first week of the season, the Vikings can really capitalize while the Packers still figure some things out on offense. We'll have to wait until Sunday to see these two teams face off. We'll know a little bit more about the matchup when the injury reports come out later this week. And a lot of buzz around the U.S. Open today as American Frances Tiafoe was going up against Rafael Nadal at the U.S. Open. First set, Tiafoe serving, Nadal with the return, but then Tiafoe with some power. He takes the 5-3 set lead, and he'd go on to win the set 6-3. Now in the third set, Tiafoe serving, and what a serve. Gets the ace. Fourth set, Tiafoe serving, and he's on fire. Another ace on Nadal, and now leads 5-3 on the fourth set. Match point for the American. Nadal serving. Back and forth they go, but Nadal can't get it over the net. And it's Frances Tiafoe who goes on to win in 4 sets and breaks Nadal's 22-match win streak at Grand Slam tournaments. And at 24 years old is the youngest American to reach the quarterfinals at the U.S. Open since 2006. That's all for sports, and we'll be right back.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
These are actual crime scenes across Wisconsin, yet Mandela Barnes supports defunding the police.
The minute you talk about reducing a police department's budget, then it's like all hell breaks loose, and everybody acts like you're signaling Armageddon. But that's not the case. It's about reallocating funds.
And where did your tax dollars get reallocated to? More police security for Barnes. Mandela Barnes. Less safety for you, more for him. Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In every department at Dull Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dull Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dull Auto, simple.
Backed by popular demand, Hy-Vee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hy-Vee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hy-Vee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Well, this year the movie A League of Their Own turns 30. That story follows two sisters who played in America's first women's professional baseball league. News 8 Now's Ken Kozorowski introduces us to a Galesville woman who helped with the movie script after playing in the real league.
There's no crying in baseball!
An iconic line from 1992's A League of Their Own. But even more iconic are the women who inspired the film. Women like 85-year-old Dolly Osborne. She grew up in rural North Carolina and quickly fell in love with baseball. But there weren't any girls' leagues, so she joined a boys' league.
And I was the only girl on the team and in the league. This was 1950.
In the early 50s, Dolly went to a minor league baseball game in Charlotte, where she realized her baseball career could reach a new level.
And I saw a sign that said, women's baseball. I thought, holy cow, women's baseball.
The All-American Girls Pro Baseball League had been around since 1943, when male pro baseball athletes were serving overseas in World War II. Cubs owner Philip Wrigley started the Girls League to keep baseball in the hearts and minds of Americans.
And Jimmy Fox was the manager. And of course I had heard of him, you know. And so I tried out and he said, yep, okay, we'll sign you.
She was just 14.
My parents had to sign this. I had never seen a contract.
Before she knew it, she was flying to Indiana to start her pro career as a pitcher.
I'm right here. Right there. Had to be near the dog. I got to grow up very fast because the ladies were all older than me. The next youngest was 17.
Playing baseball was the easy part. The rules surrounding the game were another story.
Had to wear dresses in public. We had to wear makeup. I'd never worn makeup in my life. The only drawback in high school was I was a basketball player too, and I couldn't play. I was deemed a professional, and I said, but I'm not professional in basketball, but that didn't matter.
Dolly played 3 seasons in the league.
I stayed 2 years with Fort Wayne, and I was traded to South Bend in 1954.
She wanted to play for decades, but didn't get the chance.
We were devastated when it ended.
The league folded as televised major league games and large union strikes in the Midwest derailed attendance at the ladies' games. But Dolly wasn't giving up her playing days that easily.
Took a team on the road, and we played men's teams.
Traveling all over with little to no money.
I think one year I was down to a quarter in my pocket.
Chasing opportunities to play and even dabbling with some word-of-mouth advertising.
We would ride the fire trucks. They would take them all over town.
One travel game in particular will always stand out.
That's how I met my husband. We went out after the game, a whole group of us, and we sort of kept in touch for 9 years and then decided to get married. And they always ask him who won, and I said he did. He got me.
The sports world now has evolved quite a bit since Dolly joined the Fort Wayne Daisies. 50 years of Title IX, all thanks in part to the women like Dolly who proved it could be done.
We didn't really realize that that's what we were doing. We just wanted to play.
And because they wanted to, current and future generations can. For News 8 Now, I'm Ken Kozarowski.
Before the movie was shot, Dolly and other players got to meet with the director, Penny Marshall, and most of the cast. And Dolly says Marshall gave them the script and the real players got to offer their feedback. And we all saw it and loved it on the big screen. We'll be right back.
Listen to this sweet deal. Ron Johnson used his office to scoop up millions for himself. Like how Johnson secured a special tax break that benefited his own business.
Did my business benefit? Sure.
The tax break helped Johnson double his wealth. And the cherry on top? It's helped make him the 5th richest senator in Washington. Ron Johnson's not looking out for Wisconsin. He's out for himself. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Our weather is constantly on the move, and you can trust that the News 8 Now First Alert team is always tracking it. But we're not just here. When storms move in, the First Alert team gets moving in the Storm Runner. The News 8 Now Storm Runner puts you in the middle of what's happening with up-to-the-minute live reports day or night. It's just one more way the First Alert team has you covered when it comes to severe weather. The News 8 Now Storm Runner, powered by Maury's VW.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. And don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
Pretty refreshing tonight. Lows in the 50s for most, 59 in La Crosse. Watch for some patchy fog tomorrow morning. Warming up mid-80s by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mainly dry this week as well.
That's going to be awesome for sports, too.
Yes, no rain on Friday.
Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow.